All right, Chris Horner just coming off the TT bike. 3 weeks ago when we started the Tour de France, I had clean laundry, and you were the guy that was supposed to be riding for Lance and for Levi, super domestique, if you will. You're finishing this Tour de France, the top rider on Radio Shack. First top 10 finish, is that correct in the Tour de France?
Yeah, well, I've done all the Tour de France's as a domestique, and I did this year as a domestique too, make no mistake about that. It just happened to be where some of the time I lost when Lance had crashed, I made back up again when I was in the break with Lance, and so that was nice. And it would be nice to come into TT a little fresher than I was, but it's been a fun Tour de France. I can't complain.
What can you tell us about your ride today? Coming into it, what you envisioned, how did you perform?
Well, of course, I thought I had a safe distance for 10th, but I was hoping to even go a little bit better and maybe catch up on a couple of guys in front of me if I had a really good time. But it was a little bit hard to find some rhythm out there. There's no place to recover, and just wind all over the place, blowing you around on the bike left and right. So it was definitely a hard day.
Given your performance at this tour, given just the point that you are at in your career, what does this ride do for you as a rider in terms of the rest of the season, in terms of 2011? How can you put it in perspective?
Well, first off, I think the win at the Basque Country set me aside to just being one of the top riders in the world, and certainly the results I've had all year. For some reason, the Tour de France is such a big event that if you don't go good there, nothing seems to be good enough, no matter what you win. Fourth at California, first at the Tour of the Basque Country, first in the time trial at Basque Country, a couple top 10s in stages at Paris-Nice, second in Sardinia, many other good places, 3 top 10s in the classics, Amstel, Fleche, Liège, and none of those seem to justify your results like the Tour de France does. I don't quite understand why, but that's the way it is. And so now with a top 10 in the Tour de France, I guess it's justified.
Well, Chris, we really enjoyed having you doing the daily video diaries. People just can't get enough of Horner. And we won't be at the start tomorrow's stage, so this is it. I guess the last question for everybody who's been watching from beginning to end, what will you do after the Tour de France, starting with Monday morning and the week to follow? I mean, talk a little bit about the change from 3 weeks at the biggest circus in the world to after the race and where you'll be.
Monday's quiet. I'm going to spend it flying, of course. I have my girlfriend Megan, and her and I are going to spend some quiet time together, away from crowds and people, and a whole lot less eating, which would be nice. I'd love to just have a piece of toast and some tea for breakfast for once. That'd be great. And just some really quiet time. But appreciate all the people tuning in. I hope you got to see and hear stuff that you're interested in, and always look forward to coming back.
All right, thanks a lot. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Merci.
Au revoir.
All right, well, Ryder, 3 weeks ago you came to this race expecting to ride for both for Christian Vande Velde and Tyler Farrar, and as this landscape of the race changed, you find yourself fighting first for a top 10 position and then ultimately trying to fight for 6th. What can you say about the shift in mindset over the last 3 weeks for you in this new position in your career?
My main goal, I've had an awesome 2010 season so far. My whole goal is just to be the best I've ever been in the Tour de France, and whatever was going to happen, if I was helping Christian to a podium place or helping Tyler win sprints or going for stage wins, that was always the goal. And we started the bike race and things unfolded not the way you want, but that ended up giving me that morning, stage 3, Whitey said it's open, give it the best you can, and I didn't wait around. I went for it, and I just wanted to keep that going the whole race. I didn't want to be high in the standings there and fade away through the Tour de France. I wanted to stay up there, and I've always believed I was capable, and here I am now.
Today was a new situation for you, going into a final time trial of a 3-week Grand Tour, fighting for a top 10 GC position. Tell us a little bit about the mindset heading into the stage and out on the road in that new position.
Well, it's nerve-wracking and intense as it can be. I just stayed as calm as possible. That's the way I've been this whole race. you know, you probably see me on TV around the back. You know, guys just, you know, can't believe I cruise around the back and I'm relaxed and, you know, I get to where I need to be when it counts. And today I just knew I had good form and, you know, it's just you against the clock and you just got to go out there and stay focused. And it was hard out there. The conditions, there's nothing worse than the wind just pushing straight at you and slowing you down, and you just don't know if you're keeping the speed up. And it's definitely a hard hour plus effort, but I just stayed calm, and you know, I think it's worked out.
Last question, what does this ride do for your confidence at this point in your career, moving beyond the Tour de France for the rest of this season and into 2011? Have you wrapped your head around what you've done and what that might mean for you in years to come?
Yeah, you know, like I said, it's not just this Tour de France. I think it's been the last few years I've consistently improved. You know, I look at races like Tirreno, Adriatico, 8th place. Overall, you know, Catalunya, País Vasco, all these races, California this year, the Ardennes, you know, yeah, Vuelta stage win last year. I mean, you know, I'm really exactly where I want to be in my career and where I thought I could be, and these last 3 weeks have just been an exclamation point on that. And, you know, who knows where it's going to go, but, you know, I turned 30 in December, so it's looking good.
Did you think that you would be so dominating? It was a very powerful performance.
I think we have also to look a bit the flags. I mean, the wind was for sure differently, but I think on the end of the day, it's when we're not making big changes. I did really super time trial, and when I'm doing super stuff like that, then normally it's hard that other ones beat me, but I'm really happy it's over, this waiting and these 3 weeks. It was tough, and still to get really this energy out of it was really making me happy.
The last couple of days, did you really focus on this time trial and try to take it easy, helping Andy in the mountains as well? So it couldn't have been easy to not, you know, help him, but try and conserve for this. What were your thoughts the last couple of days?
Actually, I was more for Andy there to help and to get him the best, because I mean, I'm here also to help him. Yeah, I did what I could. Yesterday I was staying a little bit more quiet in the peloton to really focus on today, and at the end to get another victory on board. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Andy, obviously a very, very tough time trial for you, but you gave it a maximum effort. Looking up there on the podium, all the support that you get, and your brother as well from Luxembourg, you must be very proud of you too.
I haven't talked to anyone yet, but yeah, I think I did a really good time trial. You know, I said I won't give up like that, and yeah, you know, I fight to the end today, and I think I did the best time trial of my life so far, my cycling life. And yeah, you know, now I just, you know, I keep my head up, and I think I did a good tour. I know what I missed this tour. Definitely know that was my brother, and I know with him would have been a different scenario in the climbs. But you know, I'll be back here 10 more times to try to stand up there in yellow. So.